let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, we did it. Oh, we did it. We did it. The Philadelphia Eagles go out there and get their guy. The Eagles draft Quinyon Mitchell. It sounds so good. It sounds so good. People upset though. People are upset that the Eagles keep getting away with this. Micah Parsons in particular just had his hands up like they can't keep getting away with this, but we do. Somehow we do it. Hey, when you got where there's a Howie, there's a way. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So the Eagles had a very good day one of the draft. Hopefully going to have a great day two of the draft. Still a lot of prospects out there that I would love for them to go ahead and pick up. But we are going to talk about Quinyon Mitchell. Quinyon Mitchell. If y'all know, y'all know. I've been talking about Quinyon since before the whole Senior Bowl process, which I was able to attend. Got to see him out there. Got to speak to him out there. I was the one that broke the news that he was even talking to the Philadelphia Eagles, which is kind of dope. So to see it come full circle is pretty amazing. I mean, this is you can make arguments about who you like as far as cornerback. I know some people like Terrion Arnold. I mean, there's Kool-Aid out there. There's Nate Wiggins. There's a lot of cornerback prospects this year that are definitely good. Nate Wiggins going to Baltimore, which will be fun to watch. And I think Terrion going to Detroit was a good fit. So, but Quinyon Mitchell dropping to number 22, there was rumors that the Philadelphia Eagles were thinking of moving up possibly for a cornerback, or we heard offensive line, we were a wide receiver, but there were a lot of rumors about them moving up for a cornerback. So being able to sit at number 22, not have to trade any assets, you still have all your draft picks, still got those 2 picks, and get your guy, get Quinyon Mitchell, who even Jeffrey Lurie said he had no faith. He did not think that they were going to be able to get him at 22. It's a perfect fit. I mean, Quinyon, he is a perfect player for the Philadelphia Eagles. He can play zone better than probably any cornerback in this draft, in my opinion. His ability to read and react is top notch. He's sticky in coverage, perfect size at 6 foot even. It's just, this is what you want, right? This is what you want. He had every opportunity to go to Alabama. They were trying to hope that he would get into the transfer portal to go over there, but he never entered the transfer portal. So he has loyalty. I love that too. You have loyalty. Stay loyal to Philadelphia. This is your home now. What can you say? What can you say? I mean, if we would have traded up to 16 to get Quinyon Mitchell, I think I would have been just as happy. So to sit at number 22 is just unreal. I don't know how Howie keeps getting away with it, if I'm being 100% honest with you, but I'm glad that he does. I mean, the question now becomes, right? The only question I have with this pick is now what do you do with the rest of your guys? Because you have some good young cornerbacks in there. You got Eli Ricks. You got Kaylee Ringo. You have, I'm trying to think of who else we have. I know Isaiah Rodgers. You got some young guys in there, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some names. And then obviously you have Darius Slay coming back. You have James Bradbury coming back. Does that make one of them expendable? Does that make James Bradbury maybe we can move him day 2, day 3, get some more picks. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens there, and it's going to be very interesting to see where else they go in the draft. This is the first time since, I want to say 2003. I might be wrong about that, but I believe it was Lito Shepherd, the last cornerback that the Eagles have drafted in the first round. So we're talking 2 decades. We're talking 2 decades plus of waiting for the Eagles to make this type of move, and this was big. This was big. Again, we got very lucky that he fell to us, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good because, I'll take this. I'll take a luck right now. And Quinyon Mitchell, I think he could be a day 1 starter. I don't know where he's going to line up. Maybe they line him up in the slot just so he can kind of get his beak wet his first year. I don't know what they're going to do. It's going to be very, very fun to watch, though. And I'll tell you this much right now. Anybody that is upset that Howie Roseman's getting away with this, blame your own team, because there's 21 teams that passed up on the number 1 prospect at the cornerback spot. Now I'm hoping. Now this is the hope in Joe. I'm hoping that the Eagles may be able to go ahead and get another number 1 spot, another number 1 prospect at his position, which we'll talk about in a second. I do want to give a shout out to the Washington Commanders, though. They got themselves a new quarterback, and that's what's up. Jaden Daniels is good. I like Jaden Daniels. I think that was a good pick for them, but I'm not here to give them flowers. I'm here to let them know we got something for Jaden. We got something for Jaden 2 times a year. We got something for Jaden. Shout out to Jalen Carter. We got to recreate this with Jaden in the actual NFL. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. So you got yourself a new quarterback, but we got somebody to take care of that quarterback. That's all I wanted to let you know. That's all I wanted to let you know. But I do think that this was a good pick. And while we're talking about quarterbacks real quick, small tangent, I promise. Um, what the heck was Atlanta thinking? What I mean, somebody in the comments, please explain to me what they were thinking with that pick. Taking a quarterback, taking Michael Penix when you already got a guy like Kirk Cousins on that roster, getting $100 million guaranteed. So somebody, if you know, please. I mean, I would love to understand what they were trying to think. Maybe you can persuade me to be on that side of the fence, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. So look, Jaden Daniels, get ready for Jalen Carter. Get ready again for Jalen Carter because he's coming for you, brother. He's coming for you. So last thing I want to talk about is the guys that I feel are available, the people that I think that the Eagles would be smart to look at. The Eagles, like I said, still have 50. They still have 53. We got 120. So I think that we can still make some moves here. We can still make some things shake. Wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles move down from 53 to, recoup maybe a third round pick, maybe get another fourth round pick. But either way, I could see them moving. I think that it makes sense for the Eagles to move. There's a lot of, like I said, talent on this board. So we'll start with Edgerrin Cooper. Look, I mean, there's no secret how people feel about Edgerrin Cooper. There's a lot of teams that I think are sitting here, a lot of fan bases that are probably sitting here on YouTube talking about they want Edgerrin Cooper. So if he's there at 50, 50, 53, I'm taking him. I'm taking him. He's number one on my board, in my opinion. I just think that the fit is just perfect with us. I mean, there's other guys there. Jason Newton is still available, the defensive tackle. I wouldn't be mad at that, but I just feel like these are the positions that we actually kind of need. Defensive tackle, never could have enough really good guys on that interior defensive line. But I think these are the guys we really need to look at. Edgerrin Cooper, like I said, not much I could say about that guy that hasn't already been said. Christian Haynes, the UConn guard. I love Christian Haynes. I think that he's a very, very good player. Day one starter. This answers your question of what are you going to do on that interior line. I think that's the realistic answer to him or Jackson Powers Johnson. Now you already say, all right, we have him, we have Cam Jurgens. If you got Christian Haynes, most likely Christian Haynes, he can play center, but most likely he's going to play guard. And then you have Cam Jurgens moving back to center. Jackson Powers Johnson, maybe you have a little bit more of a conversation about if Jackson Powers Johnson is going to be your center and Cam Jurgens just kind of continues to develop at guard, but you can still put JPJ at guard and feel comfortable going into this season. So I think either of those guys really just answer that question and answers it at a high value. You're getting good players here. You're not taking swings on fifth, sixth round players, seventh round players. You're getting good players, good, blue chip guys that, like I said, are going to go in there and start for you day one. Is just a matter of where you want them to go. Braylon Trice. Braylon Trice is the only edge rusher I have here, but I think that there's probably a couple more. Chris Braswell comes to mind. There's probably more. Jalen Hunt. There's other guys. But, Braylon Trice I put here, he's probably my number one guy at the defense, at the edge position. I just think that he gives you a true edge. He's going to be a force in the run. He's going to be a force in the pass rush. So I think that he gives you a guy that can jump into your rotation and give you high quality snaps. Again, probably a day one starter. He's somebody that can go in there and just start for you day one. Again, answers a question, right? Now you're not putting so much on Bryce Huff. So I like Braylon Trice. I think that he makes a lot of sense for the Philadelphia Eagles if they want to go edge rusher. I'm getting the feeling that they're not going to, though. I don't know why. I get the feeling that they're going to probably wait till the later rounds to go with an edge rusher. There are some good guys in the later rounds. We talked about Christian Haynes from UConn, Eric Watts from UConn, 6'5" guy that's pretty good, going under the radar, and others, definitely others. Maybe I'll do a video about that if we don't go with edge in the second day. We got some honorable mentions. Cooper Beebe, another guy that honestly he can jump right in and start at guard for you. I put him as an honorable mention just because I would probably take Haynes and JPJ first. But Cooper I think he is a day one starter. I have high regard for what Cooper Beebe can do out of Kansas, and I think that a lot of people do. But he kind of fell a little bit this year with there's a lot of good offensive linemen. So there was a lot of guys that, pick your flavor. There was guys that were really, really good, and there was guys that were pretty good, but just had crazy measurables. You saw one of them go to Dallas. So, it's Cooper Beebe is a slept-on prospect at this point of the draft. I think a lot of people know who he is, but he's just not being talked about a lot. Malik Mustafa, I'm not going to bore you with it. I talk about Malik Mustafa at end. I mean, he is probably one of my favorite players, and I'm not like my best player in the draft, but one of my favorite players in this draft. Very excited to see where he goes. I think he would make sense for the Eagles. You're doubling down on that secondary. He could probably be there if you can recoup a third, recoup a early fourth. He might be there for you. I would love it. Junior Colson, another guy that's really risen on boards. I would not mind him, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It's all about flavor. If you said to me, I want Junior Colson over Edgerrin Cooper, I wouldn't give you much fight. I wouldn't give you much fight back. I do prefer Edgerrin Cooper, but I get it. I get Junior Colson. He's from a winning atmosphere. He's had, NFL style coaching already. He seems like a ready product, probably a little bit more athletic than Edgerrin Cooper, but I just think that Edgerrin Cooper is more of an all-around prospect. But would not fight you too much with Junior Colson. I really wouldn't. And Cooper DeJean I put there probably to piss some people off a little bit, but no, I really like Cooper DeJean. And again, the same mindset with Malik Mustafa. You're probably not going to get Cooper DeJean in the third or fourth round. You're probably going to have to look at a second round pick. But if all these guys were here and Cooper DeJean was here, I'm having a conversation. We're talking about it because Cooper DeJean is a very, very good prospect. I think the question comes down to, where are you going to put him? Where does he fit best? A lot of people talk about him not necessarily being the greatest in man coverage. That kind of gets hidden in a Fangio defense. So is he a guy you take a shot on? I mean, that would be very, very interesting. You already have a Quinyon Mitchell. So I think it's a conversation you have to have, and if you're going to trade down, Cooper DeJean being there wouldn't hurt, because I'm sure there's some guys that would go up and move up for a Cooper DeJean. So these are the people I'm looking at. You guys let me know what you're thinking. Is there anybody I missed? I'm sure that there's people I missed. I always miss somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, but who am I missing? Who do you think needs to be on the Eagles' radar? And give me a grade for last night. I mean, look, I'm at A. Maybe give me a couple days to calm down and let everything really sink in. But right now I'm at A. I feel like the Eagles hit a home run with Quinyon Mitchell. Again, just being able to sit where they sat. I mean, nobody thought that was going to happen. We heard my video right before, 0% chance that the Eagles stay at 22. They did. Shout out to Howie Roseman for having the goals, the cojones to be able to sit there and be patient. I didn't have the patience. I was nervous. I was a nervous wreck. But let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I'm excited for day 2. I don't know if I'm going to go live or if I'm just going to do like quick recaps after the picks. Let me know in the comments what you'd rather have. Let me know a bunch of stuff in the comments. Leave a bunch of comments, man. I want to have conversations. I'm excited about this year. But yeah, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly. And we are out here. Peace!
Everywhere. This is for
you. Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation.